Hey guys, what's up? This is MurderBoy16. I'm finally back home and I'm able to use my Canon PowerShot camera, so the quality should be much better. But in this video, I'm showing you guys a old suitcase that my grandparents gave me, and they're like, and I bet most of you are like, why on earth are you doing a video on a old luggage thing or whatever? And I'm going to show you guys why. Because those of you who have seen my Smith Corona typewriter videos, you have known the case for it is broken, or was broken. I have actually fixed its case. So here's its original case. But I found out that my Smith Corona typewriter fits perfectly in this case. And I like this case a lot because it's actually velvety on the inside, so it helps protect it. And it's very, very high quality suitcase. Much sturdier than plastic. But this is its original case that it came with, but I ended up fixing it up. Those of you remember that this back piece here was completely destroyed. I ended up fixing that up. I know this looks like a really crappy job, but this is actually the closest thing I could find to the color of the case. And this actually came from one of the two suitcases I got. My other one's over there, and yes, my room is a mess because I'm working on stuff, but that case over there, these little brown straps came off of it. And then I just used a staple gun and stapled the things in using 5 staples each for each link. And then there's three straps, so there's 10 staples for each strap, and then 30 staples in all, so the case does work. It's not as high quality of a feel as it was when I first got it, but it is in pretty good condition in comparison to what it was when it was broken. So I'm going to open it up so you can see it can open. And that back piece can lay perfectly flat, and you won't have to worry about it breaking off because of the movable straps. So the typewriter can still fit in here, and I can still use this. But it's just, I don't want to use this if I'm going to be taking the typewriter anywhere, or using it as a primary case. I'm keeping this case for originality purposes and stuff like that, but other than that, I don't really want to use this case because it's not as strong and as sturdy as the case I'm in ownership as of right now. But another thing that's good about this case is it's actually a lockable case. It's made by Samsonite or Carbonite. I'm not exactly sure, but Samsonite. Yeah, it's made by Samsonite, which is a really well-known brand when it comes to suitcases. And here's the key for it. And then, yes, I like the latches. The latches on this are easy to use. So here's the reason I like it: is it has little side pockets here for pieces and other kinds of stuff for it. And then I have like little bolts and stuff in there, but that's not for my typewriter. My typewriter's underneath this nice little velvety thing, which I like because it helps keep it safe. It helps keep it scratch free from the little bit. This part here is a little bit rougher, but it's still going to protect it. But this little thing here just comes right out, and then you lift up, and then there she is. A good old Smith Corona Cornet Super 12. So the only downside to this case is I can't run the typewriter in this case. The typewriter physically cannot run in this. And the reason that is because this case is actually a bit too low for it. The top part fits perfectly on top of the typewriter, but if you... Problem is it's not... The edges on this one side are too high for the carriage to go over, so the carriage smashes into the side and it won't work unless you have like a really tiny margin spot or whatever for like a really tiny piece of paper if you're going to work on a really small piece of paper. But it does make a great case for this particular typewriter. It works really well and it actually looks nice. It matches the age value of this typewriter. When people were... This case was from the 1970s, I'm not exactly sure, but I think this case was from the 1970s, 1950s or whatever. Actually, no, I think it's from 1967. Yeah, 1967 I think is when this case is from. But it matches the originality of the typewriter and makes it seem like a very prominent typewriter. And you have room in here for other things like whiteout bottles and let's see, probably some paper, although it would have to be rolled up, I think. But you have room for you even have room for extra cartridges. So if I eject its original, if I eject its cartridge, the cartridge can fit in here. If I move the typewriter over a bit, it'll fit in here perfectly fine. And you can probably store up to probably 4 cartridges externally and then put one in. So you can have like, you could have it running for like at least, if you're like a newspaper worker or something back in the day or whatever, you could have it going for at least a month or something on the amount of cartridges that you bring if you're going to be going out of the country. But so yeah, you can store cartridges, you can store extra cartridges, whiteout bottles, accessories, and a couple other things. But I like this case because it's a really hard shock resistant case. So it can be dropped from a couple of feet as opposed to this one, which my au pair did drop the typewriter while I was in my au pair of Miss Virginia dropped this when it was up on my top shelf in my closet or whatever, and the typewriter landed on its back corner, which if I can show you there. It's kind of hard. Yeah, I've got my army flashlight. Got it. Okay. So I'll show you guys. She did do a bit of damage to it, but most of it it was really badly dented, but most of it I was able to buff out and repair. You see it's kind of bent out of shape there. It's not actually squared off, it's rounded a bit, so I'm going to take the hammer to it again today and do some more work on it. Believe me, it was a lot worse. This whole back piece here that goes across from the carriage assembly, that whole back piece there was bulged out because of this piece being so badly bent. But I managed to fix that up and get it looking more appropriate. But other than that, that's the only bit of damage that has been done to this typewriter. Besides the 2 little repairs I had to make in here because of the bent cantilevers. But other than that, it was perfectly... Other than that, it's just that, and then there's really nothing else that was broken on this typewriter. Except for the nameplate here, but the nameplate, easy fix. Just a little bit of hot glue. No trouble whatsoever. So... so really that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I'm going to be taking this to school, and I'm going to be recording my friends taking a look at it and see what their reactions are to it. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Stay cool, YouTube. Bye.